Hello, hello, welcome to our channel. Another Saturday, but not another Tool song. Today we're gonna listen to Porcupine Tree. I haven't heard this band before, but I had to Google it. I don't know what song we're gonna listen to, but I had to kind of assess what I should expect. And what I found is that Porcupine Tree is progressive rock formed by a musician Steven Wilson in 1987. So it will be quite different from Tool, right?
Not that much different. I mean, Tool is also kind of a progressive band. So, like, I mean, it's different band, but it's not as much different type of music as I would think. So, I mean, I hope you will enjoy this. Actually, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Porcupine Tree, quite interesting title as well. I know that porcupine is an animal. I never seen porcupine live unless in a zoo. So I googled it as well, just to kind of remind myself what porcupine is, what the porcupine actually looks like, because I knew that it was an animal, but I didn't actually know the details. And it is a large rodent with coat of sharp and pointy spines. It looks quite interesting. I wonder how it feels. Probably not really nice feel, but really interesting name for the band.
I Yeah, it is interesting name for the band. I agree. I, however, have no idea what should this symbolize or why did they pick this name. I don't know.
I tried to find it, I couldn't really find the actual answer. The most kind of answer looking like I found is that the Steven Wilson decided to give the name for the band, opted for this name because of that parable. In his youth, he feel like a porcupine because he want to do what he wants in music and not what others want. I don't know if I'm satisfied with this answer, to be honest, but I guess I have to listen to actually
It's
kind of get
interesting.
a feeling.
I think it's very it's nice to mention Steve Wilson on himself. He's I think genius composer
Okay.
and producer, and also like I mean he used to record with Porcupine Tree. He, I think, like you said, he co-started this band, but also he records on himself. He's got like
Okay.
new singles, at least new albums every other year. I think you might have heard me listening to Steve Wilson latest for great song by him, which you might recognize is Shoppers. I think, I don't remember the exact name, but it is about like consumerism
Okay.
by Steve Wilson. It's the song that I told you that it has its like 80s vibe, if you remember, like lots of synths.
Was it recently like in a car?
Yeah,
Okay.
it was. I
All
mean,
right.
his musical taste is very wide, and I would say like non-obvious. Like he manages to mix a lot of different styles into one. I think he's very good at that, and because of that, I think he shown that in Porcupine Tree work as well. And
Cool.
because of that, I hope you will enjoy it actually.
Cool, cool. I don't know, I may be a bit biased after the whole journey we just finished, which was amazing, which brought me a lot of joy. But obviously, Tool is one in itself, one and only. But yeah, let's see what we're gonna find out today. What is the song title then, just so I could Google the lyrics?
So I was thinking about picking the song called Dead Wing,
Mm-hmm.
but at the end I decided to go with Trains.
Just trains.
Yeah, it is from the album In Absentia, which has very interesting name, I think, and it's a second song from this album. Yes,
Okay.
so I think we can go with it as long as you've got lyrics. So Trains by Porcupine Tree.
Mm. Oh.
Trying set a match spite under the blind.
So delicate.
Shiny and contoured, the railway winds. And I've heard this sound from my cousin's bed. His slipping away. 60-ton angel falls to the earth. Pile of old metal, radiant blood. Scars in the country, summer and earth.
Is it the same song?
It is totally the same song.
Interesting.
I'm kissing you white. Hissing subsides, I'm in love. When the evening reaches here, you're tying me up. I'm dying of love, it's okay.
That was really, really short, wasn't it?
It wasn't that short for, I don't know exactly what it was. I'm guessing around 6, 7 minutes.
Hmm. I feel like it was really short, but I also feel like a big difference compared to like all our other weeks, you know. It is different. It is something completely different, isn't it? Different style, different taste, really different feel of the lyrics that I had throughout.
Oh, yeah, that's for me, that's the biggest thing. The lyrics theme is completely different, I think.
From the thing I wanted to start, I think, is his voice. It was really, really nice and soft and smooth.
So this is Steven Wilson.
Himself,
He's
yeah.
a vocalist, yeah.
Really, really nice tone of voice, you know, the really nice to your ear, really nice feel. And the song is, I feel like, really catchy as well. Even though you can tell that the structure is not so straightforward. It is like at one point, I've seen that there have been still some lyrics, but it just felt like completely different song, but also like kind of a theme from a movie, maybe. Like, you know, I had like a scene in my head for a moment, especially looking at the title, like the train. You go and waiting for this train, you know, and you go into to travel somewhere. So that was like really interesting feeling, but I still feel it was much more catchy, like kind of clicking right away, much more, I'd say,
Melodic.
melodic, yeah, but like really easy listen as well, you know,
This was
like
like very soft.
straightforward in a sense.
It was very soft type of song, even for Porcupine Tree. They have more harsh type of songs as well.
Okay.
I just picked one with, I thought, nice
Okay.
vocals and very relaxing music, I would say.
Yes, yes. It was just really easy and nice to your ear, like catching right away, and completely different from what I got used to. So I'm gonna have to try to kind of clear my head, forget for a moment of the type of music that I used to listen. Obviously, I don't want to forget about all. It's just that I need to kind of open my mind to something else. I think I don't know if I'm at the stage yet, to be honest. you know, because this song, although it feels like really really nice listen, I don't know. It was really short and it was just more
Six
like a
minutes.
pop.
6 minutes, I just checked.
And you know the lyrics as well. I don't know if I'm right, but it felt really straightforward.
I
Is it a song about
I was
literally about the trains or
for me the lyrics actually weren't straightforward at all. I thought it's very there's lots of metaphors in there, and I'm thinking like he's singing about how his early childhood memories are showing up in his current life, kind of. And train is
okay.
like a trigger that maybe just triggers those emotions from those experiences from the early childhood, something like
Ooh,
that.
that is really interesting. Because that's the thing. I didn't have this feeling at all. Um, if I were to look for some metaphors, I thought for a moment because he kind of repeated always the summers are slipping away. So the moment the train is running or just passing through, it always because I remember when I was a child, I left by the train station, by the way. So it was like and I communicated by train like on a daily basis, essentially, even to school. So I remember and I have these recollections, especially when the train was just passing through. You want to kind of tackle and you want to see the train clearly, but you can't because it's passing away so quickly.
You
So you
just have
can't
to
kind of
move.
catch it in the moment. And, always the summers are slipping away. So perhaps that was a metaphor
Mm.
of the time passing through and of, you had some brilliant time in the summer, or not even in the summer, but generally you had these moments that you would like to kind of tackle in your memory and want to see clearly and kind of stop them, but they are just passing away because that's what time is doing, right? You can't stop the time. So that was the kind of metaphor I was going towards.
That's actually, I feel it's a pretty good one. I definitely can relate to what you just said when I was listening to it. Yeah, that sounds very nice, actually.
It is kind of melancholic as well. It puts you in the state of kind of recollecting and trying to kind of, freeze this moment in your head, certain moments, but you know that the time is just flying. It's every moment that you want to kind of almost put as a memory, like a photo in your head. It's kind of fading away with the time. The more the time is passing, it is more kind of faded away in a sense. So that would be actually quite nice, metaphor that would kind of evolve some memories as well. But I wonder how you came to your interpretation, this youth. Where do you see it in the song?
So my first like trigger for that was the
Mhm.
line, and I've heard the sound from my cousin's bed, the hiss of the train at the railway head. So I was thinking
Mhm.
like he had some cousin, maybe she's been there for the summer for the vacation, and
Mhm.
he just has some memories and the train, like those early childhood memories. He lives probably
Mhm.
next to the railway station, and now when he's singing from the perspective of now, every time he hears the train, it just brings some memories, like that one with the cousin's bed, whatever. um,
Mhm.
so that was my initial lead, actually.
Hmm. Where would we look for it a bit more? A pile of old metal radiant blue. To be honest, it may be the case, but rest of the song sounds really, really straightforward. Because there are this kind of literal references to the way the train is constructed, to the passing train as well. But yet again, I may be biased as well, only because I had this benefit, in terms of listening to the song. I actually lived by the train station, and I even had discounts for traveling by train. So honestly, I traveled so much by train in my life, and where I lived, the trains were really also kind of specific old. And honestly, as a child, I was always kind of fascinated about the way they are speeding, and the fact that you can't kind of tackle and freeze them for a moment, especially when they've been like just passing through really quickly. I've been always trying to count each wagons, no,
Cards.
carts, yeah, each cart, and it was really hard to do. So yeah, it is a nice song actually.
So it is a fact that like thinking about trains brings you to those memories, right?
Yeah, yeah. So that is kind of, maybe that was the aim of it, and that would be type of metaphor I would look for. But also, especially because he kind of, there is this emphasis always the summers are slipping away, and then you had like a really change in the construction of the song, and there's even more emphasis on what is kind of just fading away and passing. So yeah, maybe it's not that straightforward after all.
But also, like the melody of the song is kind of mellow. It kind of reminds me like Journey in the Train. I have this feature, I guess, that I'm very easy to fall asleep in like airplane or train or whatever. And for me, always a journey in the train, especially a long one, like over a
Mhm.
few hundreds of miles, it's gonna be like this mellow thing that I just put my head next to the window and
Mhm.
slowly fall asleep. And this song, I feel, would be amazing for falling asleep in a train.
It's a compliment, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it is.
I don't think it would put me to sleep, but actually, it is yeah, this kind of mellowness. I think it's really good to kind of evolve this kind of reflection in you of your kind of memories, or reflection upon what already passed, and maybe considerations of how fast the time is really flying. That life is almost like a
Like a train
leaf
passing
in the
by.
wind, just flying by, and you can't really catch and keep those memories because they are still on move, almost like a river, they flow in. So actually, that's type of kind of memories or feeling that I had throughout listening. It was really, really kind of chilled, cool as well.
Would you compare it to any of the music you listen to usually?
You know what? I think that's something I would probably listen and choose to listen. So I wonder why I haven't seen it before. Perhaps because of the name, but you say that it is quite popular as well. So it
I
is
mean, this.
strange.
I mean, this song is like one of the.
Yeah, especially that
Yeah,
on Spotify you have this kind of option that shows you
the
your
recommendations. Yeah.
recommends you stuff. Yeah, so I wonder why this one.
Do you
Well,
listen to mixes? Because I often on Spotify I often
mhm.
listen to like daily mix one, daily mix two.
No,
You should try those. I
no, I
found them pretty
don't.
good.
I'm quite conservative as well. So I rarely, if I see some catchy title, in recommendation, I'm gonna click on it. But usually, I listen what I know
What do you know?
already. But again, that's also a bit strange in general because as at some point in my life, the music played a big part, right, in my development. Then I kind of forgot how much the music can mean to you throughout this, just daily struggles of life, work, study, study, work, etc. So I'm kind of, thanks to this channel and thanks to you as well, guys, I'm kind of coming back to this joy that I felt when listening to music. So maybe that's also the reason why, the genuine reason that I kind of put music aside at some point, you know. Plus, recently, there was almost always Tool in my playlist. That's another thing.
Is it still? Do you think?
Yeah, I think it's still there, obviously. So yeah, that's it really. I think I'm kind of also ready to score it. I think I would score it 6 out of 10. I don't know. I just feel that number 6 fits this song. I don't think it was a bad song. I think it was a really good and nice song. But I feel that I would like to discover a bit more, especially after you said that usually they have slightly different songs as well. So I would like to perhaps discover a bit more.
I would say this was very simple song for Porcupine Tree. I it's partly why I picked this one. Just I think it's a good starting song because it's like you said, very easy to listen to.
Mm-hmm,
It's not offensive in any way. It doesn't like it's not
mm-hmm,
too bassy. It's not too piercing
mm-hmm.
in your ears or anything like that. It's just relaxing. So I thought it might be a good
Yeah,
first song.
just like a good listen, when you have like yeah, when you are in the train, and that could be something in the radio that you would listen probably.
But I can assure you, actually, they really have songs that are more similar to
Mm-hmm.
Tool in a way that they are like quite complex, really.
Okay.
I would even say, like musically, maybe not about like rhythms,
Mm-hmm,
polyrhythms, and
mm-hmm,
so on, but just music composition of everything.
mm-hmm.
I would say they're more sophisticated than Tool, even.
Oh, okay. I didn't feel it in this song, although it wasn't very simple, I could feel like really nice. And I heard classical guitar,
Oh
which
yeah,
was really nice
I
touch.
think I think Steven Wilson is a lead guitarist and vocalist as well. So he's quite like person of a band, or I don't know how to
Yeah,
say that. Yeah, frontman, I guess.
yeah. I mean, he created this, right? So he created one. So I feel like I just want to discover them more. Um, and I feel that this number just fits into the song. Again, it didn't. I don't think, or maybe I'm either too biased, or just I don't feel that it was like so deep that we have to dig in more into interpretation, because that's what it genuinely involved in me, like this kind of memories fading away, reflection on the passing time. So that's what it reflected in me.
And
Um,
maybe this was a purpose of the song on this album, because notice that album is called In Absentia, which I think is quite telling name a little bit. And this is the
mhm.
second song, so I wish we could actually dive deeper into that album. I think you really would enjoy it, and this would be just like one quite short song out of many great songs on that album.
Yeah, I'm just googling it now, just to see like what are the titles, to see whether I can have a detailed look into the title. So we have Blackest Eyes as the first song.
That's very popular song
Then we have
actually.
Trains, then Lips of Ashes, Sounds of Music, Gravity, Eyelids with a Oh, so the titles are like, you can feel that the titles are different than the titles that I got used to, by listening to Tool. So even the titles kind of giving you the different feel right away, I'd say. Really interesting though, and I'm happy to discover it more. Again, it didn't kind of, I'd say, forced me into like a really deep reflection I have
Hmm.
sometimes, and I had with songs of by Tool. But it kind of brought up some memories right away. And that's, I think, was really nice. And yeah, I feel I want to discover it more. Let me know what you think. Let me know what do you think about the song as well. And whether you would like us to discover it more. I feel I would be happy to listen and to discover Porcupine Tree a bit more, to be honest. But yeah, let me know what you think. Well, how about you?
I so this is I have pretty similar thoughts about the song as you have actually. Uh, like you said, it's brings back some memories. Maybe it relaxes you. It is quite easy to listen to, which is great. It's nothing wrong with that, but it's not a it's not a tool,
Yeah,
definitely.
it's not. It's not. And maybe you know some tips like how to, you know, I don't want to say forget because I will never forget and I don't want to. It's just to kind of maybe open my mind a bit more because I feel like I don't want to stuck in a circle where I will be comparing every single song to Tool either because I know there's so much to discover and different types of songs can have can serve completely different purpose and can be also beautiful. So that's what I would like to kind of discover and open myself a little bit more, I'd say, because it's not like we've listened solely to Tool before, yet I feel like we've been still in this kind of Tool feeling because Perfect Circle or Pucifer, it was still Maynard. So you kind of knew what to expect, even though there was a big distinction between them, between different bands. It was still kind of certain level of sophistication that you know already.
I
If that
think
makes sense.
I think it's a great topic for to explore. Actually, how do you open yourself up for a new music? Maybe if anyone has any interesting thoughts, or even if you don't
Hmm.
think they're interesting, please comment on that. That would be great to hear. How do you open yourself for different kinds of music?
Yeah, because right now, I feel like I really like the song, but maybe I underappreciated the song as well, only because I'm still kind of close and I have
Maybe we
some.
should have picked maybe we should have listened to more than one song just to have
Maybe
some more exposure or have a more of a context, because this one, like, it was pretty closed song in the sense it wasn't like open ended. It wasn't there wasn't there was it seems like it served only one purpose, to relax you, to bring back memories, something like that. It wasn't, you know what I mean?
something to kind of evolve like a lengthy divagation or conversation.
Yeah.
That's how I felt. Even though it wasn't like I said, really basic. It wasn't like basic musically. The construction was quite interesting, yet it was like so different from what I got used to. I felt like it was really short as well for some reason.
Compared to some of Tool songs, for sure.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, in
especially
comparison.
last Tool song we did, Seven Empest, was like 15, 16, 17 minutes, something like that.
Yeah,
So
and I didn't even feel it, like
yeah,
But yeah, I don't want to end up underappreciating different types of songs now. I wonder whether maybe I wasn't ready, or maybe we should listen to some.
or maybe there's nothing wrong with it, you just
Yeah,
liked it for
maybe,
what it is and it's fine.
maybe, yeah. But somehow I have this feeling like perhaps I underappreciated it, even though I really enjoyed it, and I feel like 6 out of 10 is like pretty strong, isn't it? But I don't know. Maybe you have some kind of advice on this. As always, thank you so much for being with us. Thank you for so much for all your engagement. It gives me a lot of joy and a lot of encouragement as well to continue. So, yeah, if there's anything you would like to add, please feel free to do so. And I guess see you next week. Thank you for listening.
Thank you.